What's up? This is Pos Vibes, and on this episode, we're going to Livingston, New Jersey to the 2020 Midnight Run, where we can see the coolest exotic cars that have to offer. So sit back and get in.
What's up? This is Psyche Sound. We're here at the Midnight Run car show. This beautiful yellow Lamborghini behind me. There's so many amazing cars here. This is a fantastic event. Tommy Custer's getting ready to play the national anthem, so we're gonna go outside and see if we can catch that really quick.
All right, so I downloaded all the stuff. Best Euro, 1970 VW, right up here. If anybody saw it, the Carmen Diaz. Where you at?
I used to drive on Mercedes. I like the better than all the other ladies. I used to laugh when they said we was lying, but then we ran out of guns. My last chick, classic BMW, the type of car that you don't bring trouble to. But if you dance from the rocks and the rubble and she shifted gears, left me standing here. Look, dear.
Be guitar right now. Got it.
Car show is crazy right now. As you can see, all the cars behind me are revving up. They're about to go around. That was an amazing guitar solo by Tommy Custer, a great anthem, great tribute to Eddie Van Halen. We're trying to get an interview with him. Stay tuned. Psyche Sound, MTV. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with the one and only Tommy Custer, who I know, if I know enough about you, that you're in heaven right now. There's cars everywhere. You're playing your guitar. So tell me, when did you start your love for cars?
Cars. Boy, I never get that question. It's always guitars. Cars. Let's see. I would say just like a lot of little boys, we started playing with micro machines. Well, back in my day, micro machines, Hot Wheels, all that stuff. And but I would say when my stepfather left me his '69 Buick Electra Deuce and a Quarter, that was like really cool. He taught me, he had me drive a lot and all that stuff, and so I spent a lot of time driving in that. And then it snowballed, and then it got out of control, and now here we are.
Here we are, surrounded.
In the back of a classic car.
Yes. So I mean, do you fix them, or you just like to drive them, or do you like to put them together?
No, I'm not that skilled. I can drive them really well. I can't put one together, but I can do change rotors, change pads, maintenance. I can do little things, but don't expect me to rebuild an engine.
Okay. So I mean, if you could pick your favorite car, if that is even possible to do, what would be the car, the Tommy K car?
Well, it's hard to say that because it depends on what tax bracket you want me to pick a car out of. The car that I seem to go towards right now, when I was young, it was probably a Jaguar XJ220. As I got older, I want to say it was a Saleen S7, twin turbo. And then now, for years now, it's been a Carrera GT, a Porsche Carrera GT. So I would say, any three of those cars would be. And of course, you have the unobtainable ones, the F40, the McLaren F1 that everyone loves, which is a wonderful car. I would love to see one in person. That's one car I've never seen in person. Everybody, that's kind of like the car person's car. Everyone loves the F1. So that kind of goes without being said, and I love it too. But I was trying to pick things that might be like, you know what, I will come across this some point in my life.
Nice.
Whether I have an opportunity to drive it or not, I don't know. But.
So the car you drove, we are at the Midnight Run. Mm-hmm. You guys drove around the neighborhood, the block, or where did you go?
Well, it's a rally.
It's a rally.
Yeah, it's a rally that we do for charity once a year, and it's like a big car show. It starts out as a car show, and then I played the national anthem this year before the drivers started taking on for the rally.
Amazing.
Thank you. I got a little confused at the beginning of at the end of the eruption thing, but it's all right. I skipped a few bars. Hopefully everyone forgot. And and then everyone goes out for a drive, and then we come back, and now here we are. Some people go home, and some people come back and hang out a little bit. And this is when people get to relax and maybe have a drink. Whereas we try to try to keep an eye out and make no drinking.
Yeah, drinking and driving is.
Yeah, no, especially and what's nice is since it's charity, every ticket is 100% donated to charity.
Nice.
And
what's the charity for?
St. Jude's Hospital.
St. Jude's, beautiful.
Yes, and so 100% of that goes to that. This is all done because we just love cars. Roy, the owner of the building, the car we're sitting in, the room we're sitting in, is all his.
Nice.
And we all do this just because we love cars. It's not easy to put it together. The last couple of weeks were just like a wash of just information and planning and getting excited and staying up late because you can't sleep, etc. So so the rally, and then people go out to the rally. It's like a 20-30 minute drive, and then they come back. I didn't go. I did the rally 3 years ago. This year, and I've kind of started to take more of a management and try to board role of keeping things going and keeping the cars, lining them up, and making sure that the high-end room is nice. And this year, I took over the Auto Week Instagram, and Lamborghini gave me a Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive.
Wow!
A brand new one for the event. And for the weekend, and then we will do a Auto Week story with my experience on that car. Last year we did a Ferrari Superfast.
Beautiful.
And you can find that article, Google my name and Superfast, or my name 812. It'll be there.
So Tommy Kester 812.
812. You'll see the article and my thoughts on the 812. And and that's it. And this year I have the Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive. I did take my Viper ACR out briefly, just to kind of see the cars go by, and then I turned back around and came back. As I just wanted to get back here and make sure I had keys for a lot of the supercars that were in the other room, and I needed to get back there so those owners could take their cars away.
So you have a brief history of racing cars, from what I understand?
No, I mean, yeah, I grew up racing a lot. Sometimes.
Were you successful?
No. Was I successful? I don't know. I was very successful in Mexico racing cars. I was never successful at the track. Mostly in Ohio, we have drag racing.
Yes.
We have Mid-Ohio, but it's pretty far away from where I was from. So mostly it ended up going to drag a quarter-mile drag strips, and I never got into the quarter-mile thing. So so I never got a chance to do that growing up. This is kind of me being able to live my childhood dreams.
So
in other people's cars.
yeah, exactly. So the guitar you played this evening, switching over to the musical side real quick. Tell me a little bit about that. I mean, I love the colors. You know, like I'm like very visual. Like, the colors are so bright and beautiful. So tell me a little bit about that and why you chose that guitar to play the anthem this evening.
Oh, why did I choose that guitar? Oh man. Okay, first of all, it was a Ibanez Jim, one of the original ones from I think it's a 1990, could be a 91. I believe it's a 90 though. Desert yellow with the disappearing inlays, and it's not a rare one, but it's they're hard to find. Anyway, so I played that one. The only things that have been done to it, I had a lot of FU tone upgrades, the saddles, the posts, the nut, the brass block, the whole thing. It's been hot rodded by FU tone, yeah. And it was lovely. It's great. So I played that through my Soldano Hot Rod 100. And gold flake that we use with blondie, same one that I use with blondie, and that's it. And then I have my Dunlop Dime Crybaby. I chose that because Dime was a huge influence on me. Dimebag Darrell from Pantera, and also Dime was a friend of Eddie Van Halen's. We got Eddie Van Halen that passed recently, and Eddie actually, one of Eddie's guitars was buried with Dimebag Darrell. So all this was tied together.
I understand.
So I brought out the Dimebag Wah. I thought it'd be fun. Brady Champion, the Dragon from Pantera days is my guitar tech and good friend. And so it was just a lot of. I picked everything because of all these things. I tied them all together.
It was an amazing job and an amazing event. And we're talking with Tommy Kessler here. And where can we find you online?
Online at the Real Tommy K.
The Real Tommy K.
Yeah, it was back in the day. I changed that now, but that's what it is.
Wonderful. So this is Tommy Kessler, and you're watching AMP TV. I'm sitting in between the DeLorean from Back to the Future and the Batmobile. Like, where else would you rather be right now? It's an amazing car show. We have the most amazing cars here. I just can't wait to go check out some more of these cars. So this is MTV. This is Psyche Sound. Stay tuned.
This is a Porsche. It's a 2018 GT2 RS.
And when did you start your love for cars?
Oh, I was about 10 years old, and my neighbor up the street got a 1980 928, also a Porsche.
Beautiful.
And it looked like a spaceship at that time to me.
This looks like a spaceship to me. So.
Back then, all the cars were very square.
Yes.
Kind of, they looked a certain way. This was very exotic. So that was about when my love for cars started.
Okay, and is this your favorite color? Pickup for a car? I mean, sports car red is like.
You know what they call that? It's called Arrest Me Red.
This is my tribute to Prince. I have a little red Corvette.
That's nice.
So people don't know that. Diehard fans don't know that, but like it's like
a great song too.
Yes, exactly. So this is an amazing event. My first time being at this particular event.
Mine as well.
So pleasure. So fantastic. Enjoy yourself. And this whole event, the donations are going to St. Jude's.
Yes, right.
So this is all. It's beautiful cars. It's beautiful people, and all going to a charity. So it's an amazing event.
Yep.
So
it's all good.
What's up, this is Psyche Sound. I'm here with MTV and I'm here with Sergio.
What's up?
So of course, aside from this car being beautiful, what makes this car special?
It's an original NSX. I'm the second owner of it. It's got 40,000 miles on it. They don't exist anymore. You can't find them.
They exist right here.
They exist in this
Right
one.
here on MTV.
The new ones are cool. The original is badass.
What's up? This is Psyche Sound. This is MTV. We're here with Roy Pascal. Tell us a little bit about your establishment here.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, I have a building here that we built for commercial purposes, and then I have a passion for cars, obviously being involved with this, and so the collection is it's a great place to store the collection and to be able to share it with people, which is, at the end of the day, kind of what it's all about. I mean, there's a lot of love here in my own heart from when I was a kid, working on cars with my dad, and all that. But I use the space for things like we're doing tonight, for charity, and also for friends. We've had like birthday parties, and we recently had a going away party for a couple that I know. And we, obviously we come here and watch sports, or some days we just come and hang out and take the cars for a drive, and go have lunch.
This is here normally. This is not just for today.
Oh no, this is perfect. This is my little man cave, car cave, man cave thing, and so it just metamorphosized from me doing this, and then I have a few friends that have businesses that rented some space, and then they have a few cars, and then I met Marco and Tom next door when they had the car club, and then there's another fella that's a muscle car garage next door, a couple doors away. And so it's just turned into this car culture kind of place, and but this is a pinnacle event. I mean, we do little things and we jerk around. And you come here with your buddies and watch football and have a drink, but to do this is really magical. To involve this many people and have people come away with something, and then raise money for charity. It's like kind of the perfect story.
It's totally perfect. I mean, how many cars are here?
Well, there's the cars that are inside of here. A handful of cars here, but then there was over 100 cars that ran in the drive for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and then there was another probably close to the same number of cars. They were just parked around where people came. They weren't going to do the drive, but they wanted to share their vehicle with other people. And it's cool because it's a different crowd too. A lot of these classic cars is one crowd. Then you have like maybe the younger folks that have the Japanese cars or certain European cars. Then there's the people who really love the German cars and the Italian cars, and it's all these different people. But if you noticed, it was all mashed together tonight, and somehow everybody coexists, no problem. And it's nice when you can use the charity as a hook for raising money, but then it also ends up being kind of a plan for a reason to unite and get together and have fun.
Yes, especially after COVID and everything. It's just great to see everyone come out for this wonderful event.
Correct. You're right, and that's true, because I was originally concerned we were getting so many people signing up. I said, we have the doors open. You had people, but at one point I looked and I saw hundreds of people, which I guess you're kind of not supposed to do. But it's a big, it's 5 acres of property with all these cars spread out, and there wasn't anybody but groups of friends, maybe 2 or 3 people together. So I feel like we were safe. We checked everyone's temperature on the way in. We had masks to give out in case you didn't have one, and we did everything we could to make it safe. And then it was fun and productive.
Yes, wonderful. So I would like to, if you can walk around and show us a few cars.
Absolutely.
And that'll be amazing. So, Roy Pascal, and this is the Midnight Car Run?
Yes, Midnight Run.
How many years has it been going on?
Hey, this is the 10th year, and it's the 3rd year that I've been involved, and be many more, because it's marrying a lot of passions. The auto passion, the philanthropic passion, and the friends passion. So kind of can't do much better than that.
Wonderful. So let's go check out some cars.
All right, super. Let's do it. Hey there, Roy Pascal, coming from the Midnight Run car event this evening, and been asked to give a little description of what we have here. And so we're going to go through a few cars, but this is a 1967 Buick 400 GS 400, and probably one of my favorite cars, mostly because it has 41,000 original miles, and it's a big block 4-speed. Magical car to drive, absolutely love it. And by complete contrast, next I have a 1975 FJ40, which is a Japanese Toyota, and just a fun car. Yeah, that's fun too. And so completely different, but four-wheel drive, and it's nice to just hack around in and share with people. Next over here is what's called a resto mod, and this is a 1950 Ford, and it has airbags and a racing motor, and it's just a badass car, but different. You know, it's not for everybody, but some people love it, and I just think it's a really sexy vehicle, great color, and a really fast motor. And if we move over to here, we have this is a 1966 Lincoln Continental convertible, probably one of my favorite body styles and vehicles that's ever been made. Has the suicide doors. I can show you real quick how, you know, they kind of open like this, which is neat. And not really sure why they call them suicide doors, because I don't know how many people have died, but most people say to me, "Oh, is this a car that, you know, that JFK was in?" And I'm like, "Well, they weren't really on the history or the math team, because it's a '66, and so he was in the model, a couple model years younger." But either way, awesome car, gigantic engine, but the car weighs so much gross weight that it actually is not very fast, but it has a kind of motor that should go fast.
Nice.
So, continuing on, this is a 1956 Ford F100. This is also a term I used before, resto mod, and so it's the original truck with actually a Mustang running gear, a V8 automatic, so it drives like a modern car, but it's 1956, and also one of my favorites because it has a bench seat, so you know you can sit like 3 people across, which is fun, or jump in there with your girlfriend, put your arm around her, and you just can't do that anymore in cars, so this is a fun one. This is an absolute gem here. This is a 1971 Ford Torino GT, and it's kind of sinister with the black grille, the drop-down headlight covers. It's a big block 5-speed and convertible. Love the color, love the interior, and a real fun car to drive. This is like a NASCAR to drive. It's fast, it's loud, and it's beautiful. And then one more vehicle that is not mine, but it's a very, very close friend of mine. This is a 1970 Charger, and he completely restored it. This car is immaculate from every detail, from the engine to the drivetrain, interior, and an absolute perfect rendition of back then. And it's also one of 3 that were made in that year in this color. And so it's super, super rare and totally cool.
Wow. Wow, so there you have it. The Midnight Run. What a wonderful event. This is Psyche Sound MTV signing off.